Now, get ready for the hottest podcast coming out of Dallas, Texas, with Sean Fox, K Boogie, and Cowboys Nikki. Stars talking Cowboys. Let's go!
Yo, here we go again, back up on the scene. Stars talking Cowboys, you know what I mean. The podcast, repping everything with silver and blue. Keeping it real, that's what they do. Let me tell you about the crew. Sean Fox, spitting facts. K Boogie's giving gang. Nikki's got the stats, so of course she covers everything. It's showtime, so let's get to the biz. And that Stars talking Cowboys, yeah, you know what time it is.
What's up? What's up? What's up? Good evening, good evening, good evening. Stars Talking Cowboys. My name is Sean Fox. We got Nikki on, and the other two hosts will be on in just a moment. Well, it's that time of the year. Cowboys football's coming up, and we start Thursday against the defending champs, the Philadelphia Eagles. It's playtime is over with. Jerry asked for the Eagles. So guess what? We got them. Got a lot to talk about tonight. We're going to talk about the Michael Parsons situation. We got some extensions that went on this offseason. We got a tight end and a cornerback that got extended. And other little NFL notes. So we're going to see how it goes. But first and foremost, before we get started, I did want to talk about the young lady who won the tennis match against the young black girl who won the tennis match against the young lady, and she called her uneducated. I was like, wow.
Okay.
What did you think about that, Nikki?
About on her saying that she was uneducated.
Yeah.
That I don't think I've ever heard anyone say that boldly to someone. That just goes to show you that it was poor sportsmanship, and she could not handle the fact that she lost. Most so, she couldn't handle the fact that she lost to a black woman.
I'm still so shocked at that, and I think the reason why I'm shocked at that is because we've as soon as you think that we've gotten past the times of systemic racism, somebody always decides to show their true colors.
Mm-hmm.
And I listened to the clip today, the young black girl, and I and what is her name? It just slipped my tongue. But anyway, she had the most credible response to the BS that was given to her. She said, it's sometimes it's better to lose with grace. You played hard. You was good competition, and she said, "We'll see you next time." So I just thought her response to it was just overwhelming, considering what she had to go through.
Mm-hmm.
So once again, like I said, racism decides to rear its ugly head in the midst. And once and this is 2025, where we think that this is over with. But once again, here it is. So with that being said, the hottest topic in the NFL right now, the hottest topic on all the sports network, the hottest topic on all the media outlets, of course, is the Michael Parsons trade. So with that being said, you want to start us off with your thoughts? My thoughts on this is, I'll start. My thoughts on it is, at first, when I first heard about the Michael Parsons trade, I was actually about to referee a football game, and one of my other refs said, "Did you hear that Michael Parsons got traded to the Packers?" And I was no. He said it was breaking news on the Atlanta sports station, and so I jumped back in my car, and I confirmed it. I had a chance to do a game, so while I was doing the game, I didn't really get a chance to think about it. I don't want to use the word upset. I was disappointed because I thought, like with every other contract that happens during this time of the year, that Jerry was going to end up signing me. But for him to send him and then I said, okay, and then he sent him to the Packers, which is somebody that has beaten us in the playoffs the last 2 times that they played us. So why would we send somebody to a conference rival, knowing that this team has dominated us in the playoffs? And then I saw the terms, a defensive tackle, a once All-Pro defensive tackle, and 2 first-rounders. And then I thought, well, that's still not enough. Because even Madden game, if you put that trade in a Madden game, they won't accept it. And even you put it in the Madden game and add a couple more players along with the player we got, Madden game still won't accept it. So if Madden doesn't accept it, why would we accept it? And then the more I thought about it, after I saw how much money that Micah signed for, that was approximately $6 million, $6.5 million more than what we were going to offer, which is essentially a couple of more players. And then I saw all the ramifications to it, how much money we saved on the cap. Even with Mike on the team, we still was bad against the run. People was running up against our interior line all the time. And then I thought about all the defensive ends that we have. Micah had 12 and a half sacks, and obviously he had the most quarterback pressures over the last 3 years. But we can manufacture 12 and a half sacks. It might be with other players, but we can manufacture 12 and a half sacks. What's up, K Boogie?
What's poppin', y'all? What's going on, man? It's Daggone Chrome. Blame it on the Matrix. Blame it on the Matrix. Blame it on the Matrix, baby. Oh, my gosh. What's poppin'?
Right.
What's going on, gang?
Bring it on, Jerry.
So, yeah. Hey, I was just giving my take about the Michael Parsons trade. And like I said, yeah, I at first I hated it, and then I moved up to disliking it. And then I moved to saying, you know what, this kind of makes it makes some sort of sense. I'm not saying it makes total sense, but I said it makes some sort of sense because we can manufacture 12 and a half sacks, maybe not with one player, but with a rotation of players. But if this young man can come in and help us stop the run, and we can still try to manufacture those 12 and a half sacks, we got 2 first-round draft picks out of it, and we got salary cap money that we can still add a couple more bodies to it. It might not be as bad as we think it is. So that's my take on
it. I need some water. Hold up. I need some water. Ooh-wee. I don't know. Go ahead, Nick. You said your piece already?
Not yet.
I still don't agree with the trade. I don't know how long it's going to take me really to understand what Jerry Jones is trying to do. I mean, I understand the salary cap. We get it. But all you had to do was extend him a year earlier. We wouldn't have this problem. The same thing with CD and Dak Prescott. The same thing. I don't know why Jerry waits. I don't know why he waited. And to be honest with you, we should have got more for Michael Parsons. He's a difference maker. We should have got so much more. We only got 2 firsts. Kenny Clark, which is a nice player. But at least give me Edrin Cooper and a second-round pick in a third. We're talking about somebody who's a force multiplier. We're talking about somebody you have the game plan for. I don't think any of these OCs are staying up late at night to game plan against Kenny Clark. I don't see that. I don't. And then you trade him to Green Bay. How many times we beat Green Bay in the last 10 years? Like one time? They are arch nemesis, and you're going to trade him to Green Bay of all places. Why not the AFC? Why not? I can't understand that logic. I really don't. I understand that it takes 2 to tango, and it just became something bigger than it's supposed to be. Because I'm going to be honest with you. I saw a lot of the press conferences with Micah in Green Bay and whatever. He still looks like he wants to be in a Cowboy uniform. He does. His body language. He wants to be here with his boys. So I don't understand what Jerry really. I think Jerry, sometimes when you try to manipulate the media, sometimes like he tries to, he went too far. To me, he went too far. He went way too far. And we should have got more for Micah if that's the case. And why not trade him to Indianapolis or San Diego Chargers? Why Green Bay of all places? Why? That's my thing. Like, why? They've been killing us for the last 10 years already or more. That doesn't make sense for me. That doesn't make sense. And it's gonna take a lot of different schemes and players to manufacture what Michael Parsons manufactured for us. Don't forget about all the holding penalties being created and all the double teams. It's gonna take a special effort by our defense to come up with those particular plays that Michael Parsons used to give us. He is, and I'm gonna miss him. I'm gonna miss him. That was my favorite Cowboy, to be honest with you, because he's fiery just like Dez. He was growing into a team leader. Yeah, okay. So what? He had a podcast. So what? In the 90s, they had the White House and partying, girls, drugs, whatever, and it wasn't a distraction. So that's why I'm saying, oh my God, Jerry, what are you doing, bro? And Michael Irvin blames himself. I don't know if y'all heard that, but Michael Irvin blames himself that he couldn't do more. I'm like, Mike, you should have just went up to Jerry and just choked him and said, you better not do it. He should have. He's somebody. You can't just blame this on one person. And I feel bad for Michael Irvin, too, because him and Michael Parsons had a great relationship. So I don't blame him, but I blame Jerry. I blame Micah maybe 10% because he called Jerry's bluff about I don't want to be a Cowboy anymore and I want to get traded. I understand that, but I still don't understand it. We didn't get value. I understand about the cap space and the 2 draft choices. They could be in the 20s, the late 20s or 30s, because Green Bay is picked to go to Super Bowl. To be honest with you, them and the Philadelphia Eagles. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Just think about it. So we're gonna draft in the first round, somebody who has the impact that Michael Parsons did. That's my thing. We need impact players, right? And Michael Parsons was definitely an impact player. No matter how indifferent or how you feel about him, he was an impact player that you game plan against. He's only 25. So I don't know. It's gonna take me a time. It may also take the players time to get over this. Because he was loved in the locker room. All that PR stunts crap, he was loved in the locker room. I think he was loved. Look at CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb doesn't even want to face him. Trayvon Diggs is like, dang, he was loved in the locker room. Everybody appreciated him. So all this PR stuff that Jerry's doing, the media's doing, yeah, the podcast, and Dak Prescott didn't like it. I'm like, give me a break. I've seen this too many times.
So before you go, Nikki, I got 2 rebuttals for you, Kenyatta.
Go ahead, brother.
Who says that we don't use those draft picks and trade to get another impact player? Or who says we don't package that first round pick and another lower round pick and move up in the draft to get a higher pick?
I said the same thing.
Yeah,
I know.
it's so much that we can do. It's so much that we can do with 2 first-round picks,
But do you
four
trust
first round.
Jerry? But do you trust them to do that? That's my thing. Do you trust him?
Has Jerry been the one to been the actual ones picking players in the last couple of years?
Let him tell it. Yeah. Let him
Yeah.
tell it. You know he wants to get credit for everything. Let him tell it. But
Yeah,
you know what? It's to be determined, to be honest with you.
exactly.
It's to be
So,
determined.
in my opinion, the deal is done. We have what we have. All we can do is wait and see.
We're gonna pray. I'm gonna pray every day. I'm gonna pray. I'm gonna pray. I'm gonna pray. Listen, we went out, we traded for Pickens, the camp, everybody was so excited, and then all of a sudden he's our emotional leader. And you trade your emotional leader. That's another thing too. Who's gonna step up to take his place in the locker room? He's the emotional leader. I seen the same thing that happened when we cut Dez. It's like we live in a nightmare all over again.
Yeah.
He's
Uh,
that's to be determined too.
Okay.
That's to be determined too.
So,
That our run defense is gonna be better. We don't know. We
all
don't
right.
know what's gonna happen because we don't know what's gonna happen. It's gonna take 8 games for us to determine if we can stop the run or not. Because it's a new system, we have new players. You know what I'm saying? And Kenny Clark has to get acclimated as well. So it's gonna take some time for us to find out. I won't be surprised if Saquon Barkley at least rush for over 100 yards on Thursday, because we don't know. That's the great unknown with the system. We don't know. We don't know.
So,
Nick,
for me, um, I'm not gonna be the one that's sit up and do the crying. I miss Michael Parsons. I'm gonna miss Michael Parsons one. My attitude is totally different on it. My outtake, my outlook is totally different on it. Um, I knew that Jerry was trending towards a trade when it came out that Green Bay called them. The fact that he even answered the phone to talk to Green Bay let me know he was trending towards a trade. It's so many sides to this till we don't know who are telling the truth. We don't know who said what behind closed doors. We don't know what was said anywhere because it's so many moving parts to this. Um, Michael have his side, Jerry have his side, and of course Michael Parsons' agent has his side, has his side. But the issue came in when Parsons publicly said he did not want to play for the Dallas Cowboys no more. When he said, if they don't want me, I'll just go somewhere else and play. When he said, I gave my trade to Stephen Jones personally, I knew then it was not time to a chance that we wasn't gonna have that Michael Parsons wasn't gonna stay here. Why? Because Jerry ain't gonna allow it for players to publicly embarrass him, to publicly say things to him that you would consider out of line. Now we all know Jerry run his mouth. We all know Jerry talk, but we could say the same thing for Parsons. I said on this show many times saying he talked too much. He talked too much. It's okay to be vocal. It's okay to feel like you have the voice. It's okay to feel like you could speak on this and speak on that. But sometimes you just have to be quiet. You just gotta watch and see how things moving before you say something. And I think that's what Parsons did. He spoke too fast. And who I'm blaming it on? I'm blaming it on his agent. This was our agent move. Parsons wasn't saying, "Oh, I don't want to play for Dallas anymore." Before all this came about, when once the agent got completely involved, he's still gone saying that he never wanted to leave. But that ain't what you said. So the last thing Jerry heard was, you no longer want to play for the Dallas Cowboys no more. So since you said this publicly, I'm gonna get you out of here publicly. Jerry's the wrong person to play with. And if anybody have not watched the series on Netflix, I advise you to watch it because it shows you and it gives you deep intel on what type of person you dealing with when you're dealing with Jerry. And it made me see Jerry in a different light. It made me understand Jerry a little bit different as well on how he maneuvers through some things and how he do things. Um, Michael Parsons was a great player for us. We was all excited to have him when we traded down to get him. We traded down with Philly, and he ended up being right there for us to grab. He had he had the wonderful story. Um, I want to play for Dallas. I can't. I wish this Dallas. He got his wish. He got his wish to play for Dallas, but then he got his wish to not play for Dallas when he ran his mouth. Sometimes you have to just take the back seat on things and not just feel like you have to be so vocal about everything. And again, I'm not blaming it all on Parsons. I mostly blame his agent. There's plenty of players that David represented in his league that ended up firing him because he was taking too long to get deals done, or he was doing things like they felt like he was doing too much, and they was just like, I'm tired of dealing with this. They fired him and they got a deal done immediately. They got a deal done immediately.
Because everywhere he wanted to go, he wanted to set the bar higher.
Right, right. And technically, um, it comes out that Michael Parsons has back issues. So right there, Jerry and them knew something that nobody knew. They never said anything about Michael. They knew. I mean, we said his back was tight. He was having tightness in his back, but no one ever said that it was to an extent of the L levels. So really, what should have done is Preston should have had a conversation with Jerry and Stephen by himself. But you see, the media, everything they were saying, social media, TV, everything they were saying had him feeling like he was right for how he handled things. So you tried to test Jerry and try to give and make Jerry put him on the rope to make a decision, but Jerry already had a rope and a decision for you. And yes, Parsons was a great player for us, and he deserved his money. He deserved to get paid. I'm not saying I'm not taking that from him at all. But I I feel like we needed a run stopper more than we needed anything. Now, don't get me wrong. I would have loved to have Kenny Clark and Parsons because that would have been great. That would have been even awesome to have both of them. But at this point, somebody had to go. And I don't think Parsons would have been this. I don't think it would have been the same for him playing here anymore after this whole everything that went on. I don't think it would have been in the best interest. I don't think it would have been the same at all because you have so many people coming publicly saying different things about the locker room. How many times certain coaches had to have a conversation with him about his attitude. I don't
Yeah.
care what you want. I don't care what you need. You don't set an example to your rookies in the way that he set an example to them. You don't go lay on the training table during the middle of a game. You might as well just stay in the locker room. You don't come down the tunnel eating nachos and then making the phone suggestion to Atlanta Falcons, telling them call you. That's disrespectful. I don't care how you look at it. I don't care how you try to flip it. I don't care how you try to make it right. It wasn't right. Was it right for? I'm not. I don't know, but it was it right on Jerry end? No, maybe not. But the more and more it's said, and the more and more that comes out, they all are responsible. Everybody plays a role in this situation that happened with Parsons. Everybody plays a role in this. And at this point, Parsons has to stand up and own his. Jerry, he got to own his. And Parsons' agent got to own his part. Now I know Jerry say some stuff, and Jerry say some wild things, but it's just something about some of these conversations that made me believe that Jerry was not lying. Even the way these agents spoke this morning on First Take, it let me know Jerry wasn't lying about everything that he said or what was done. I think both Parsons and Jerry moved off of emotions. They moved off of egos. They moved off of the fact, I think you can't be XYZ without me. And Jerry, oh, I can be XYZ without you. And I'm going to show you. Because the next day later, he signed the Ron Bland. I think everybody was wrong in this situation. So for everybody to want to blame, and I'm not even want to defend Jerry, but for everybody to want to blame Jerry for this whole fiasco, no, I don't blame Jerry for this whole fiasco. Jerry have his parts in it. Jerry know you ain't supposed to talk to a player if they got an agent. Jerry know that. But when Jerry started talking about it, it was Michael Parsons. It was his. It was for him to say, "Hey, I'm not gonna talk about this. I'm not gonna talk about the contract. Call my agent and walk out." That wouldn't have been disrespectful for him to do that. But you sat there and you had a whole conversation with him. You sat there and let him make out a whole contract or whatever y'all decided on and shake hands on. We know shaking hands don't mean signing a contract. But back in the days when you shook hands on something, you was good for it, right? You was good for it. Parsons is the one that said, I don't have to be the highest paid. I don't need to be the highest paid. And I
There it is
still
right there.
and I still believe that he did not feel like he had to be the highest paid. I still believe that his agent is who came in and played a role in that. Because if him and Jerry had some type of deal done and Parsons said, I agree to this, send it to my agent, then your agent come back and kick you back and say, no, we're not taking this. Then what? So it's a little bit of everybody should have handled this differently. For me, I'm just pissed off that it all happened in the media like it did. My
And
my,
I
birth,
had, yeah,
my birthday will never be the same. Because that's the day I'm going to always remember Michael Parsons asked for a trade. But I don't think he thought it would come to this. I think he was calling bluff. I think he was trying to they was trying to do something to make Jerry move. And it ended up going a whole nother direction. I wish him the best. I wish him nothing but the best. Um, but we got to move on. We have to let this situation go. We playing Philly Thursday. We got to let it go. We got to let this situation go. There's nothing we can do about it now. He gone. All we can do is wish him the well. We see him week 4 on the other side. Hopefully they got their energy and their strength up where they can block him and keep him from getting a DAC because he coming and he coming hard. But at the end of the day, it all should have been handled totally different. All of it.
well, this quote right here to me was the beginning of everything. When he said he didn't need 40 million a year, it'd be nice to be surrounded by good players. To me, it's about people that can make a difference. And Jerry came back and said, all right, I'm gonna hold you to that. And like you said, Nikki, he came back and said, his agent came back and said, you deserve more. And when his agent came back and said, you deserve more and you shouldn't be negotiating without me and all this kind of stuff, I think that's where all the feelings got hurt. You know.
It was pure emotions. I think everything on this played out with pure emotions and ego. Each trying to show who can do what, who can stand where, and who can stand on what. And it just went into it spiraled into a big ball that nobody could come back from, that they couldn't come back from.
So I got a
For
question.
Jerry not to even tell you was traded, your agent had to tell you was traded. That let you know where Jerry stand with you.
So how come Jerry could not negotiate this contract when Michael Parsons said that? In the same time frame, there was events basically in the summertime at basically AT&T Stadium. These conversations should have been had then. You don't wait till now to all of a sudden, because football season's coming. You got a Netflix special coming out to want to negotiate the contracts through the media. As soon as I would have said that, I would expect the owner and GM to say, hey, you know what? Let's get this done now. Let's get this ahead of the curve. Because if I extend you now, I'm going to have more money towards the salary cap to bring in these players that you want. That's business. That's business too. I think Jerry handled this like an immature kid. I think he handled it like an immature kid. He should have basically signed CD a year early, Dak Prescott a year early, the same thing. He's waiting. He's waiting to the last minute because of publicity, and this time it backfired, if you ask me. He should have done this ahead of the curve.
But Jerry said he did. Jerry said that. Jerry, that's what I'm saying. We don't know who lied. We don't know who telling the truth unless we in there. But Jerry said he did have a conversation with Parsons beforehand on this. He did. He said he did. Parsons kind of alluded to it as well. Said, yeah, they talked about it a little bit or whatever, and then they said they would come back to it and they would come back and revisit it or whatever. But yes, Jerry have to stop doing these deals late. He have to stop sitting on them. If you know you're gonna keep this player, you know you want to keep this player, get it done. Get it done. And then when they price go up, then you wanna, oh, I don't know, I ain't really want to pay that much. I don't really want to pay that much or whatever. But I honestly feel like now that this came out about Michael Parsons' back, that was one of the reasons why he didn't want to pay. He was holding off. And he said, well, this quote Parsons. Jerry said, uh, play your last year, play on your last year or leave. Now that's what he said. Jerry said, play on your last year or leave. So was it said in that exact content? Was it said in those exact words? I'm not saying Parsons lying.
And with all that being said, I'm gonna go back to the point about the agent came back and said, no, this is not. If an agent is getting 10% or whatever the going rate is for agents nowadays, there's a big difference between 40 million, 47 million. That's a couple $100,000. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I get an agent saying, look, don't be negotiating contracts. Don't be negotiating contract. Let me do this because I can get you generational money, and I can get this and I can get that, that's what this agent is known for, making.
But that's what we said what was gonna happen. We
Yeah.
said that was gonna happen. When Parsons was walking around saying, oh, I don't have to be the highest paid, XYZ, whatever, whatever, whatever. We said this was gonna happen. We said his agent is gonna be upset because he's saying that he don't have to be the highest paid. His agent that's gonna upset his agent. Even if that's how he felt, keep that to yourself. You don't tell it to the public and the media when you have an agent. So again, Parsons moved in ways that he shouldn't have moved, knowing that he had an agent. The type of person Jerry is, it speaks for itself. He's a gambler. So if he can shuck and jive you and get you here and get you there because of based off of what you said, that's what he gonna run with. That's exactly what he gonna run with. And you know why he shut down talking to the agent? He shut down talking to the agent because, like he said, him and Parsons had an agreement. The other reason why Parsons went back on that agreement with him and Jerry is because his agent got involved. And
Mm-hmm.
his agent said, wait a minute, Miles Garrett holding out. Let's wait and see what Miles Garrett get. Well, Crosby. Crosby got paid first, then Garrett, and then Watts. Then um well now Parsons then got paid from another team. Bought Trey Hendricks from the Bengals. They own her cheaper than Jerry. Obviously he understood that and said, you know what? Let me play this last year out so I can get this season over with. He let it go. He gave up on trying to fight for more money. But if somebody
Okay,
come
and
with a
I'm sorry.
trade,
Before we go, can I add one more point to that? It was also that that extra year that they wanted to put on that contract
right, that five
because with
years.
Parsons being 26, and let's say he produces over the next 3 years, he's got a chance to get another big contract
Right,
at the age of 29 or 30. He get a chance to get another extension at the age of 29.
right.
So I don't think that people really understand, especially some of us Cowboy fans. Yeah, we're upset, but you got to understand the
I'm
business of
not.
football. You know, everybody that you named earlier, they're what, 29, 30 years old,
Mhm.
and they've got that extra big contract.
Mhm.
So that's what Parsons and his agent, uh, that's what his agent is saying. Look, you don't want to do 5 years. You want to do 4 years because you have a chance to get you another big contract at the end of this contract.
Right.
But that also goes back to the same thing what happened to Dak. If we would have signed Dak when we should have signed Dak
Both times.
both
Both
times,
times.
Dak would be making probably what a little bit under Mahomes right now per year.
Mhm.
There's Jerry and his nonsense. That's Jerry
Right.
and his
Yeah.
nonsense. That's just
Right.
he should have did the same thing, like I said, with CD Lamb as well. You know what I'm saying? He got ahead of the curve with Bland a little bit, but still with your star players, these are the face of the team. You got Lamb, you got
What is
Dak,
it?
and you got
Now I
Watt.
don't mean to cut you off. What is he talking about?
Huh?
His agent is right. Y'all wasn't saying this with Dak. We didn't have to say that with Dak because Dak and his agent handled the situation totally different. So this ain't even no comparison. The way Dak agent handled his and the way Dak handled his is totally different than how Parsons and his agent handled this, along with Jerry.
I think both
The one
times
thing that
that
Dak
yeah.
didn't do, Dak didn't walk around saying, I don't have to be the highest paid. Dak didn't go in Jerry's office and sit and have a conversation with him and shake hands on a deal. And then his agent had to come back in and try to clean it up. That didn't happen. It's total different scenarios. So it's no difference. It's nothing to do with what Dak didn't do and what we didn't say about Dak. Hell, we didn't even know Dak was even getting signed until that morning of the game before we kicked off the game with Cleveland. Everything was done in house behind the scenes. It did not have to be done publicly. That's what I'm saying. The issue is with Parsons in the Jerry situation. Everything was done in the media, and it made a bad look all the way around for everybody, for all of them. Oh, go ahead, K Boogie. I'm sorry.
Now, what I was getting ready to say too, I'm gonna change that. But you know what? Parsons is part of the media too. And I remember when Parsons' dad came on the show, he was talking about how his son is really outspoken and whatever, and he's not going to bite his tongue. And the same thing happened. Tyson.
Hmm.
Parsons wasn't going to bite his tongue. You know, it's one man against another. I feel like I'm valued and treat me like I'm valued. That's the only thing what Parson was trying to say to Jerry. Treat me like I'm valued. I want to be a Cowboy for life. I'm a lifer. You know what I'm saying? Treat me like it. And I think that Jerry, being the egotistical maniac that he is, he took that the wrong way. He's like, oh, you trying to show me up? I'm Jerry Jones of the Dallas Cowboys, for crying out loud. You know what I'm saying? And I think the lines got crossed because Tyson's is a young black man. Let's call it what it is. You know what I'm saying? He's a proud black man. You know what I'm saying? And Jerry, hey, everybody says that Jerry runs our Cowboys like he's back in the 90s or whatever else, blase. But I think that Jerry, he needs to stop acting sensitive about certain things. And if this business is business, you know what I'm saying?
Somebody got feed. Somebody got some feed in the background.
Yeah, if I'm valued, just show me I'm valued. That's all Michael Parsons wanted to say. But like I said, the lines got crossed some way because the agent.
I think it was the way things were said and how they were presented to the media. I think the way things were said. I honestly think that if they could have kept this conversation behind doors, and even if his agent was involved at this moment, but just kept it behind the scene and behind doors, it probably wouldn't have got as bad as it got. It probably wouldn't have. You know. And I kept saying, Jerry, shut up, stop talking. Parsons, shut up, stop talking. Parsons' agent, shut up, stop talking. I kept saying it. If y'all noticed through this whole ordeal, we never heard from who? Who we never heard from through this whole ordeal?
Who?
Shannon. Who we never heard from? Steven. Never heard from Steven through this whole ordeal. You know why? Because he said it was already too far gone. So he stayed back on it. It was already too far gone. That's exactly what his words was. He stepped back because it was too far gone.
That's where the sensitivity comes in. I don't think anything is pushed to the point of divorce like that. You know what I'm saying? They could have just sat down, cooler heads could have sat down and just talked this out, if you ask me.
You can't when it's egos. It's too
and think you got to think about Jerry.
Hey, I know, but I'm just
saying. You got to think about Jerry too.
And that's what the media
Jerry is not gonna get showed up by nobody. Nobody. Think about when he first came into the league. Jerry came in the league and the league said, "Are we gonna do profit sharing?" Mm-hmm. Jerry said, I'm gonna do my own deal. Y'all with Coke. Mm-hmm. I'm about to be with Pepsi.
Yep.
Yeah, I know. Just like Reebok.
Y'all with CBS. I'm about to be with Fox.
And that's why we got a salary cap because of Jerry Jones.
That's right. Yeah.
Too.
So if Jerry walked in the door doing this, what makes you think that his personality is changing today? You know, like I said, I'm not that guy that's gonna go out here and burn my Michael Parsons jersey and this and that and the other. You know, he was a great player for us.
Me either.
He was a good player for us, and you know, I did while he was here, and I wish him well going on in the future.
I wish him nothing.
But I say one thing, and I say one thing only. Yes, he had the most quarterback pressures over the last 3 years. He had 3 straight years of 12 plus sacks. Mm-hmm. But where was this team ranked at against the run?
31.
And then when Michael Parsons is out there rushing the passer, where did they run? Right up under him. You know, so D-Law was a better run stopper at defensive end than Parsons was, because D-Law knew how to come down the line on running plays. Mm-hmm. So I'm not saying that, you know, I'm not sitting up here trying to criticize Michael Parsons. I'm not criticizing him. I'm not, you know, saying anything negative about him right now. All I am is just speaking facts.
And the facts are, when we played Green Bay that last game, the playoff game, He was part of that. Part of that team that gave up 27 points to Green Bay in the first half. He was
Yeah, but
part of that defense.
this is where we're gonna differ because I'm not gonna blame everything on Michael Parsons.
I didn't
That
say
whole
blame it
scheme,
all on him.
that whole scheme was you can't. The only team I know right now that can run a 4-2-5 and stop the run is basically Buffalo Bills because they have 2 stout defensive tackles and 1 stout middle linebacker.
And
They're
they
the
got
only ones that I
exactly.
know that can run that. So that scheme, Green Bay knew what we was gonna run, and what did they say? We're gonna run it right down their
Mhm.
throats because their linebackers are light, right? The linebackers are light, and their defensive tackles won't tackle. So we're gonna run it right down their throats, and that's what they did. So the scheme was bad. So the last couple years, basically, when like Quinn was here, we ranked like 2021 16th against the run, 2022 22nd, 2023 like 16th, and last year I'm not even gonna count last year because that scheme was garbage. Zim was terrible. He was awful. I didn't even want to hire him. So I mean, I know we in the middle of the pack stopping the run, but we still a better team with Michael Parsons on the field. That's
we're not. We're definitely not.
We're not saying that
We're not
at
saying
all.
that.
We're not saying it at all. We're
I
not.
think what I'm saying is that the difference between $40.5 million and $47 million is about another 2 to 4 players on top and a defensive tackle. So you got a defensive tackle. You save $19 million towards the cap.
Mm-hmm.
So who's to say that, who's to say that we don't get 12 sacks out of Williams? What's his name that just came back? Who's
I know you're talking about
Dante Fowler.
Fowler, yeah. Who's to say we don't get 12? Who to say we don't get 13, 14 sacks out of those two?
Yeah, because Dante Fowler balled last year.
Yeah. And then you got Clark coming up the middle. He is great putting pressure up the middle. He's got quick hands. I looked at a lot of his highlights.
I did too.
So I'm not saying that Clark is going to be
And yeah, we're
the
not saying that.
answer
Oh my God,
for
he better
Parsons.
than Parsons. No,
Yeah, I'm
not at all.
100% not saying that. But like you said, Kenyatta, the scheme. If we can come up with a better scheme, and it might work out. It might work out for us. And yeah, I didn't even talk about the little rookie, that we got. So let's. All I'm saying is on my end, like I said, when I thought about the trade, I didn't like it at first, but I understand the logic of it. I guess that's probably the better way for me to say it.
Right.
I understand the logic. Not saying that I agree with it, but I understand what somebody could be thinking.
Right. And for me, I wasn't. I wasn't like, for me, I just kind of looked at it on both sides. I looked at it on both ends, and I kind of seen like where this had been heading to, and it just came to a big bow, and it burst. The wrong time, the wrong way. Because I honestly think if a lot of this stuff could have stayed out the media, it could have worked out. But it went too far. Too many things were said on all sides, and too many things were done on all sides, and things just went too far. When McClay got to have a conversation with you, it's a problem. That's a problem.
Yeah.
What type of conversations did they have?
Coach having a conversation with you is totally whatever. That's your head coach, of course. But when the personnel had to have a conversation,
the scenario of what the coach had to go through. He had to hear it after the game. at a press conference of a preseason game for him to say, I didn't see that, but that's a conversation that I'm going to have with this young man. All this is going out in the public. You know what I'm saying? All this is making the organization look bad. And for them to say that this was a collective decision, so that means that somebody got a lot more than one person, more than just Jerry got fed up with the situation. Kenya, I know you're in management. There's times where I know I'm in management. There's times where I'll take up for somebody. Hey, come on, let's give this person another chance. Come on, let's do this. But then it comes to a point where, as a management group, you guys say, you know what? I done gave this dude a chance or this young lady a chance. Now we got to make a business decision. And I think that's what happened in this situation.
What did he do wrong, though? Well, what did he do wrong? Because he was on the sideline of the preseason game?
So I'm gonna ask you a question. I'm just gonna ask you one question.
Been on the sideline and laying on the training table.
Did CD act like this when he was doing his hold in?
Yeah, but CD's not as boisterous as him.
You know what I'm saying? I get what you said.
Fox.
Did CD act like that?
As a manager, though, as somebody is manager, you know how you're going to have to manage different personalities. Micah Parsons has a different personality than Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb. That's exactly what his dad said, too. He's a different animal. And he loves him for that. He's just outspoken. So you have to know who you're dealing with as well. If you have a lion that's out here and you know he's a little wild, how do you think you got to reel him in? So
I'm gonna ask you a business. I'm gonna reply back with that with a business
scenario.
With a business scenario. You got an employee that call. You have an attendance policy, and you have an employee that calls out, and they repeatedly call out. And you allow this employee to get away with it a couple of times. What do you think the next person's going to do?
You're going to have to write that employee up first before you get rid of him. You're going to have to write him up. You're going to have to write him up first before you get rid of him. I'm just saying, everybody they need to just basically just sit down and just hash this out. That's all I'm saying. That's all. I understand about.
I'm not saying. I'm 100. I'm 100% not. I'm 100% agree with you on that. But at the same time, look at what you're dealing with. You're dealing with Jerry Jones, the alpha of every team owner in the NFL. What team owner is more alpha, has a more alpha status than Jerry Jones?
That's right, Jerry. He's Jerry. Okay. But don't forget, Jerry had to deal with Dez Bryant. He had to deal with Michael Irvin. Come on, there's nobody have a personality like Michael Irvin. And he had to deal with those too. So this is my thing. If you had to deal with personalities like that and the White House, so you going to tell me you couldn't deal with this situation? That's all I'm saying.
But ain't none of them that you named, none of them did some of the things that was done. When Dez was Dez was going for his contract, Dez didn't lay on the training table on the sideline act like he was asleep. Dez didn't go to practice and stand on the side of the wall and peep around the corner on the side of the wall. He was either there or he wasn't. Dak was going through his contract thing. To be honest, we never even heard Dak was going through a contract dispute. We never even heard it because, like he said, he showed up no matter what. The point is this: at the end of the day, for me, Michael was under contract. You had a year left on your contract. Honor your contract. Honor your contract. Every player that has played for Dallas and honored their contract have been paid.
So can we do something real quick?
Go ahead, brother.
I'm sorry, talking about
Jeff, you there? Well, I was gonna get
Jeff. What's up, man?
Okay.
Yeah.
So you
see that? Here we go. Now see,
yeah.
yo, now see, that's what
we
we
didn't we
do.
didn't
already know.
we didn't ask you for that
You
BS
already
this
know,
early yet.
baby.
See that? See
You
that?
already
Man,
know.
listen.
You notice Nikki went away real quick.
It's all good.
What's up, family?
We'll get to that later.
Welcome to the
So,
new year.
Yes, welcome to the new year. We'll definitely see you Thursday.
Welcome
So
to
Yes, sir.
you have a biased, unbiased opinion about this Michael Parsons trade. You have a biased opinion about it because your team ain't got to deal with him
exactly
twice a year.
I mean,
So
we
that's
still
the
got
bias
two
part.
of
Yeah, you still do, but you don't have to deal with it twice a year. So that's
No.
the biased part. The unbiased part is that he wasn't a part of your team. So what is your take on this whole Jerry Michael Parsons thing?
That was a whole damn mess. Jerry Jones is still negotiating like he's in the 90s pre-CBA, right? And he finally found that one that wasn't just going to let him have his way, right? Mike is like, nope, you're going to do this by the book or you're not going to do it at all, my friend. And then it just got bad, like the bickering and the back and forth. Yes, the shirt too. Just wait, the ring is coming at some point.
But
You
that's
already
y'all keep saying that.
yo.
Let's remember, it didn't get done or wanted to get done by the book until the agent got involved. That's when it decided that it wanted to get done by the book. I think
yeah, but I mean,
I think that's the part that a lot of people keep skipping over. That it wasn't necessarily being done by the book until the agent found out.
right,
So what?
but therein lies the problem, right? Because the agent wasn't aware of any negotiations. Excuse me, the agent wasn't aware of any negotiations that were going on,
So who
which
you blame
violates
that
the
on?
CBA.
Who
I
you blame
mean,
it
you
on?
can blame it on both parties.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
it.
you can absolutely blame it on both parties, right?
That's all
It's
I want to
wrong
hear.
for Micah to have those conversations when he should know better.
And Jerry
But
wrong because he knew better.
Jerry definitely knows better. I
He
mean,
definitely.
I mean, he's had that team for what, close 40 years now. He knows what the CBA entails, right? So they're both wrong for real. But I mean, it went down the way it went down. It got super messy. I
Good
mean,
nasty.
you guys got a haul, right? You got 4 first rounds in the next 2 drafts if you don't use it for trade bait now, right?
Right.
There's a lot that you can do with it. It is
And
very
20
Herschel
and
Walker
20
esque.
and $19 million of salary cap money.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, you're gaining a lot of money back on the salary cap too. I mean, so for Dallas, it's a chance to reset with probably the piece that you didn't expect to have to reset with or without, right? But at the same time, you now have enough capital to make some moves that are going to be changes for that organization.
You trust them? Again, do you trust them to make
Hell
those
no.
moves?
Hell no.
And that's my point.
Jerry hasn't drafted well in years.
Jerry's not drafting those. You see what I'm saying? But I'm just saying,
I mean,
don't
if
trust
Steven's
Jerry
doing it, then
with
that's
all
an
this
even
capital.
bigger problem.
I just don't trust him. Not to basically replace someone of Parsons' caliber with somebody who's lesser than him. That's my thing. If you was going to do this, right, why not do it while the draft was going on? That's another thing. Why not be strategic about it? Jerry's not strategic.
That was the question.
He goes by emotion, and that's my problem with him.
Yeah, that was the question.
Why
did they wait?
Yeah, I'm gonna go back and say the same thing I've been saying all the time from the beginning of this trade. I didn't say that I like it, but I understand the logic of it. That's kind of where I'm sitting at.
Do you think he's reaching for Herschel Walker 2.0? Do you think he's going to look at the historical precedent of trading away somebody that's, what you might consider a generational talent for that many draft picks and money back to make a big splash or multiple splashes?
I don't think so because, like I said earlier, hell, if you put that trade in Madden, the Madden game don't even accept it. You know what I'm saying? So if the Madden won't accept it, why should we accept it? I think that if this trade was done 3 months or 4 months earlier, we could say this would have been a generational, this would have been a game changing trade. We could have got three first and or two first and 2 seconds and a fifth and a sixth or whatever. We could have got more draft capital, but because of the timing of it, and I think a lot of people had to understand too that Jerry only accepted calls from teams that had the salary cap to be able to take this trade. So we got to take that. We got to take that into consideration too.
Right.
But not Green Bay. But not Green
He
Bay.
said it was 16 teams that he spoke
Green
to.
Bay. No.
16.
No.
16. He said it was
Green Bay,
16
though.
teams that he spoke to. When out of them 16 teams, Green Bay was the only one that had the capital that he needed and had the type of player that the defense coordinator was looking for.
That's a dumb trade. That was a dumb move then. Why not keep him then? If that's the case, why not keep him? You don't trade him to a team that's beaten you over the last 10 years handily in the same conference. You don't do that. You do not do that.
No, I said I wanted him to
That's
go
a
to an
9, that's a
AFC
12,
team.
that's
I
a
was like,
20.
send him to an AFC team.
I 100% understand that, but
Mhm.
But
none of
again,
us
they did not have what he said they was looking for.
what they wanted.
Mhm.
They wanted that defensive tackle. That was the biggest thing right there. Is they wanted a tackle.
They wanted a true run stopper
Yeah.
because they know they can't depend on Mozzie.
The only other team that I felt that probably had there's two teams that I felt that probably had um, defensive tackles that we could really use was Buffalo and Baltimore.
Hmm.
And
How
I
about
don't
Indy?
think,
How about Indy? Indy has two good defensive tackles as well. I
but
thought
do they
Indy
have?
would be
But
perfect.
did they have the cap money?
I didn't check, but they had the perfect
They might.
one technique too. They had perfect one technique that we need on that D line. I like Clark. He's a nice player though, but he's not going to move the earth. It's not earth shattering to me. It's
Yeah, but
not.
he's more of a pressure D tackle. He can put pressure up the middle versus that
Fox,
he's a
can you
he's
show
a
some of
run
the
stopper
messages?
too, but he also puts pressure up the middle. He has those quick hands.
Yes.
So that I still think that we're gonna have a pressure defense.
Hmm.
I just don't think that I just think that Parsons productivity, it's gonna take two or three players to come up with that productivity.
Agreed.
Hmm.
Agreed.
That's true.
And don't forget, we actually drafted Parsons to be a linebacker. It was just out of necessity that he had to play defensive end when he was a rookie. And he excelled, baby, did he excel. And that's part of the problem.
And there's one more thing too that I don't think people realize in this negotiation also that Michael Parsons filed a grievance
Yeah.
saying that he wanted to get paid as a
Hey,
linebacker,
linebacker,
not as a defensive
defensive
end.
end. But
So
yet
that
you want to play defensive end and not play linebacker. You
yeah,
can't have it both ways.
so
You can't.
that's
You can't. So I think that played a role into things too with Jerry's decision.
I thought he said before that he would rather take the DN money to help Dallas when he was like, I want to stay here and I'll take less money. Right?
he
Because that was
did.
what last season, right?
He
Yeah.
did
It was at
before
the end of
everybody
the
else
season.
started getting
Yeah.
paid, though.
We
We
Right?
put the
talked, but
quote up
we
He
earlier.
talked
was he
about
was
that.
saying these things.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly what
And
I
then
said,
just
Jeff.
turn
we put the
course.
quote. Yeah, we
But
put the
it's
quote up.
He
yeah,
ran
he
this.
Yeah.
He
did.
talked too much.
But it's hard though when you see everybody else
No
getting
doubt.
paid though. You see what I'm saying? If they
Yeah.
would have paid him
I
first,
mean,
it would have been not an issue. But you keep saying Chase, everybody else getting paid. Like, wait a minute, let me try to bring back what I said.
But you
Then
still
you,
under contract though.
yeah,
You
but
still
still,
under contract. That's the most important thing that you have to realize. You still under contract. And as Jerry did, and we have seen Jerry done in plenty times, you under contract and you show you like DeMarcus Lawrence said. He said Jerry told him, "Show me you deserve this new contract, and you will get it." Marcus Lawrence said he went out there and he played and he bowed out. He bowed out. Jerry called him in the office and said, "Let's go and get this deal done." So we can't sit here and say that Jerry don't like to pay his players. He might pay them on his time. which I think is wrong at sometimes because he feel like he in control, so he could do it how he want to do it. But we can't sit and say he don't pay his players though. And for me, I'm kind of tired of the narrative that he don't pay his black players. If y'all just want to go all the way, keep it 100.
That's
The
tired.
first time something happens, the first thing come out people's mouths is, "Oh, he don't want to pay him. He don't want to play his black players." That's a lie. He have played plenty black players. Some have done right by him once he paid them. Some have not. Some have got paid and was injured the next year. Diggs, Steals. Who I need to keep going. So I don't like that. I don't like that. Everything is not to be meant to be turned into a race baiting campaign. He played that Jerry does play his black players. I mean, then you come back with the argument and saying, well, they didn't have to argue for it. They didn't have to fight for it. They had to argue for it. They had to fight for it. That's not true.
That's the media creation, though. The media created
That's
all
not
this
true.
scenario. Not, I don't think anybody in Dallas did that. That's the media, though. The media is doing that. ESPN and Fox is doing that, and
Shit,
then
the
former
fans.
players is doing
The
that.
fans.
I
Some
think
of
it's
the
more the
fans.
media. I think it's more the media that, like Stephen A. Smith will bring it up, Colin Cowherd will bring it up. Those are the individuals that I see bringing up more than the fans. And then the fans just regurgitating whatever they say.
Right.
Yeah,
And
I
that's
was
But
the
gonna
it's
say
not.
problem.
fans are
That's
getting it
not true.
from ESPN's
Exactly.
FS1s,
Yes, damn.
your beat writers, not even beat writers, just your locker room, not locker room, but like just your average trolls, right? That's where a lot of that stuff comes from.
Content creators are saying that too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah, the
that's
content
probably a better way
creators.
to put it.
I'm about to say, think about how many troll websites there are that the first thing they put up there's something about Cowboys, clickbait stories,
Every day.
and zero of it is true. So like I said, I and we probably need to spend just a couple more minutes on this topic, uh, because
Because
we've
we
been
got a
dealing
game
with
Thursday.
yeah, and we definitely want to since we do have an Eagles fan on here, we do want to get a take on this game. But before we go to that, I'll say this: Michael Parsons gone. We wish him well. We'll see you week 4. That's pretty much all I can say. Deron Bland, he got his money. A tight end,
Ferguson got his.
Ferguson, he got his money, and all of this was due to us not signing, Michael Parsons. So we'll go from there.
Go for them. And again, I have nothing bad to say about Parsons other than maybe here he'll do things a little differently with talking so much and speaking so much on some things. It's okay. 'Cause I'm a vocal person, and I know it's hard for me sometimes to sit back and not just say what I want to say and how I feel. But the older I get, the more I learn that silence is key. It's golden. You don't have to speak on everything. And I just feel like the relationship that him and Jerry was supposed to have, there's conversations that could have been held behind the scenes. Nobody didn't even have to know about half of that stuff that was being going on.
We
That's
could
it
have
for me.
two. We could have two grown men get behind the door over a beer or a shot of cognac and discuss it out instead of acting like two kids. And
But they say that's what happened with him. That's what ended up happening with him.
yeah, so
Jerry called them over to his house. They sat down, they talked, they had drinks, they ironed it out. They apologized for the things they said to up in the media, whatever, and bam. What we heard the next day, Dez got signed.
yeah.
Dez was older too. Don't forget, Dez is older. Like, I have a 24-year-old son who's going to be 25, so I understand that passion that comes from that age group. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Especially when somebody tells them, "Hey, let's do this," and then somebody reneges on it and be like, "Yo, who you think you talking to?" And I'm telling you, my son is just like that. My son is smart, intelligent. So I see a lot that goes on with that age group. So things could have been done differently, yes. But I'm just saying, if you're going to sit here and say something one minute and change your mind the next, what do you think that age group's going to do? Professional or not? What do you think is going to happen? What do you think is going to happen? And that's one thing that Jerry has to understand when you're dealing with the younger generation. There's certain things you can say, certain things you cannot say. Owner or not. You're going to have to position yourself a little bit better and carry yourself a little bit better when you're dealing with people who have such strong minds. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. And I'm going to shut up about it. I'm done with it. I'm going to move on to the Eagles, and God bless and just pray. Because I have a feeling what's getting ready to go down on Thursday night.
Well, let me get this out the way real quick. And I'm going to say this to you one time and one time only, Smokey Batman. Congratulations on your Super Bowl win. You guys, you guys deserved it. That's
Man,
you're right.
thank the Giants. You better thank the Giants. Still can't believe they did that nonsense.
We ain't got to thank them.
Yes, you better. Yes, you better.
You guys, hey, you fucked up, bro.
Because they picked
That's all we can say.
And then they got rid of the quarterback. You picked the quarterback first, said the running back, go ahead, and then you wind up getting rid of the quarterback. I'm like, yo, oh my goodness. Saquon's a cheat code. I follow Saquon. He's a cheat code. He just couldn't stay healthy because of the way the Giants was using him. He's a cheat code, for crying out loud. And what happened? He almost broke the rushing record. Behind that offensive line is the best in the NFL. Are you serious?
Technically, he did. Technically,
he did.
Full season, right? He holds the record. Regular season, no. As far as the O-line,
great.
They're great at everything except pass protection. They were pretty mid last year in pass protection. I'm gonna keep it a buck. They were middle of the pack in pass protection.
Yeah, tough food. That was very hard, Pooh. Very hard. I had to take my headset off when he said
it. Hey, see, that's what maturity does. Jerry Jones need to learn something. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry. That's it. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Only because he our friend, he our boy. We let him ride with it. But oh my God.
Woo. It's all good, man. It's all good.
But hey, it is what it is. Y'all did the work. Y'all did what y'all had to do to get it done.
I'm damn near about to cry off of that.
It's what it is.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Hey,
New year now, baby. New year.
Yeah.
New year.
New year, exactly.
New year.
Exactly.
So Jeff, you guys have lost a lot of players, particularly on the defensive side of the ball.
Seems like every year.
How are you going to you lost your offensive coordinator?
I'm about to say that.
Or your token offensive coordinator, because I'm sure that your head coach said, "Quit trying to be pretty and run the damn ball." We don't care if your receivers are mad and they sitting on the sideline reading books and all this kind of stuff. Run Saquon Barkley. That was my little jab. I had to do something to get a little jab here.
You're good. You're good. It hurts less holding the hardware. You know what I mean?
But how do you feel about your defense now?
I think that, I said it earlier today, right? Like, I'm not concerned about the defense. I am interested to see how they put people in places and how they scheme things up, right? We lost a body like CJ. What I think they're going to do is they're going to move Reed Blankenship to the strong safety side. Makuba's not going to be sitting on the bench, right? Makuba's going to be starting. The rookie's going to be starting. Then you have Coop will still be sitting in the slot. Q will keep his CB1 slot. And then I'm trying to think of the other dude name that we picked up.
Dory Jackson.
Yeah, Dory. Yeah, so Adoree will be CB2. Right, and the only reason I see that is from a schematic perspective, right? How he moves. We don't play a lot of man coverage, right? So it's gonna be like, hey, bro, you stay home. This is you. You stay here and handle business, and I think it'll be okay. But the problem is, Adori and Makuba are going to be on the same side of the field. So a lot of young, inexperienced, but talent on that side of the field in the secondary, which could be problematic. So we got to see who follows or if anybody follows CD. But I'm honestly thinking they're going to put Q on Pickens, right? I think that's probably a good matchup for him. Q never having been a number two is an interesting thing to keep an eye on how his mentals work with that, because he's not the most mentally stable guy ever. He reminds me of an AB in some ways with his mentality. Um, but I think we got Jahad Campbell in the middle to kind of fill it up until N'Kobe Dean comes back. So N'Kobe Dean is already working, but he's still on the pup list. I don't remember how long. I think that's 6 weeks that you got to stay out on the pup list. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he'll be back after 6. But at that point, that rotation is already going to be nasty with Jihad and Zach Bond. And then the front four, I got no issues with the front four. I know Milt was a big loss, but I think Moro Ijomo is going to step right in and flourish.
Okay. Yeah, you on or Nikki? I'm sorry, Nikki. You want to have your take on this game coming up this Thursday?
Shit, I ain't got no take. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't. I don't know what we're gonna see. I don't know. I don't know. I think for our team, what we have to worry about right now is this Michael Parsons trade coming when it did. How much is has affected our locker room with preparing mindset. You know, um, regardless of what the media say about yes, people in the locker room they didn't care for him, whatever, whatever, whatever. He still had friends in there, and I don't think any of them saw this coming. You know, so I think a lot of this game is gonna come down to preparation. How much are they preparing? What are they using to prepare? How are they constantly staying on the grind to be prepared and ready in all aspects of the game. Um, I know we definitely have to stop the run. Um, that's what the guy Kenny Clark's supposed to be here for. But I don't know how effective he's going to be with that, being that he just joining on to the team. We also have to keep in mind we have new everything for his coaching staff. New play caller, new. We just got new everything. So I think these first couple of games are going to be tough. Because not only if the players figuring out the game, but the coaches are also figuring out the players. Let's be real. A lot of things you can't see in preseason. That's what preseason is supposed to be for, but you really can't see a lot of those things in preseason. So sometimes the only way those things are seen is when regular season comes. So I just think for me, I long as we don't get blowed out, at least keep it a close game. Pull it out and win. That's even more good for me. But I'm not sure which way this game can go because Philly also has some things on their side that they have to reel back from. New offense coordinator. Um,
Yeah, I mean
defense.
the good thing about our coordinator though, right, is Patullo's been there since
You know,
Jalen's
he
been in the league.
Right.
right?
So
So he's got a lot of familiarity with him, and they already said, hey, a lot of what we did is going to be similar. There's going to be wrinkles, of course, right?
right.
But Tulo has been there long enough to know what Jalen's strengths and weaknesses are, what he's worked on over the summer, So I don't expect much of any drop off with the offense, right? People, you're just going to have to stop it. You got so many weapons that it's hard to say, oh, we're gonna stack the box against Barkley. Cool, dagger, right? Cool, AJ slant for 70 yards. You know what I mean? So that's going to be a tough one. I think the biggest thing for us is going to be how do we slow down Dak, CD, and Pickens and Ferguson right now. Has to be.
Shit, we're gonna have to be able to run the ball and stop the run. That's gonna be very important. If we can't run the ball, if we can't stop the run, it might be a blowout. We might lose by double digits if we can't run the ball and stop the run. Because right now, Jalen Hurts has a lot to prove. He won the MVP of the Super Bowl, and how much flack did he get in the offseason? So you think that he's not looking at this game as a measuring stick?
Yep.
Dak Prescott is 9-4 versus us.
Right.
I won the MVP of the Super Bowl, and I got to take all this flack.
Mhm.
This is going to be a measuring stick game for him, too. So that's why I'm saying if we can't run the ball and stop the run, we're going to get blown out. Let's keep it 100. I have us losing this game because it's going to be some residual effects that Mike is not here in the locker room. I trust me. It was a toss-up before, but now he's not here. I'm like, you know what? Philly doesn't have to game plan Micah like they did before. Now they can be like, listen, we don't have that speed off the edge. We don't have to worry about him chasing down anybody. So let's do what we do best. And I'm telling you, Philly's going to come out and they're going to run the same exact plays they ran last year, but now Mike is not here. So I have the Cowboys actually losing by 6 or 7 points against the Eagles on Thursday night. Because the unknown is we don't know if we can run the ball. We don't know if we can stop the run right now. You know what I'm saying? And don't forget, the last time a Super Bowl team who started the season on Thursday night loss was back in 2013 with the Denver Broncos. So the odds are not in our favor anyway, to be honest with you. So I don't, and then Gilly's going to come out. The crowd's going to be high. They might have two short performing on the sideline.
That's funny.
So I'm saying to myself, being a Northeast cat, you know how it goes. The energy in the stadium is going to be electric. And that's where Michael Parsons will come in to settle everybody down because he's from where? PA. He's from PA. So that's why I'm like, I think this is going to be a mulligan. Philly's going to win this game.
I don't know.
Cowboys prove me wrong.
Yeah, Boyz II Men singing an anthem too.
Yeah, I don't know. I just honestly I don't know. So I just feel like we keep going. I feel like we can hang with Philly because in these first games, everybody trying to get the jitters out of them from coming back from the being off so long. I think Philly know they have to play Dallas a little different on the quarterback side because we have Dak back. We have Dak. Not, it's not like they're not going up against Cooper Rush or Joe Milton. Dak. It's a different caliber when he's playing the NFC East teams. They know each other very well. They know their ins, they know their outs. We know things change over years and things like that. But I honestly think it's gonna come down to a field goal. I honestly think it's gonna come down to a field goal. And it's gonna come down to who have the most control of the ball. Possession. It's gonna come down to this is gonna be a possession game.
I tell you, in my personal opinion, I think the difference in the game is going to be Philly's D line versus our O line.
Mhm.
I think that's going to be
That's
the
true too.
difference in the game.
Yep. They all
I,
line versus they D line versus our O line.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think that is if we can, because Philly normally rushes four, very maybe third and short they might blitz, but normally they rush four. So if we can't stop them four guys up front,
Right.
then we'll lose. If we can stop those their front four uh, with CD, Pickens, Ferguson,
Mhm.
and Turpin,
Mhm.
uh, I think we have a chance.
Mhm.
And I don't think that we'll run the ball as much as we think we're going to run it. I think our running backs might get 15 touches. You know, and from a run game standpoint, they might get some. They might get some swing passes, some check down passes.
All I
Because
know
I'm thinking,
is that we can't get in a shootout, and all I know is
yeah,
that we can't play from behind. That's
yeah,
all I can say is that we can't get in a shootout, and we can't play from behind. We're not a good team. We play from behind. Have to play from behind. One down, maybe one score, yeah, maybe three, yeah. But if we down more than two scores, we not a come from
Yeah, I
behind.
think historically it's like 10 points for you guys.
But it's like, yeah,
That's why we got to run the ball.
10 points,
That's why we have to
10,
run.
10 points.
If
It's
You
a
need
lot being
10
put on
points or more.
display with this game. You know, this is Brian's first head
Absolutely.
coaching job. You know, um, bright lights, the only game on national TV. Everybody gonna be tuned into this coaching style, all this and it's a couple of things I'm gonna be looking for.
Mm.
I'm gonna be looking for time clock management. I'm gonna be looking for how he using timeouts. You know, I'm gonna be looking for you know play calling. It's just things
Situational play call.
situational sort. Yeah, and just looking at how they're going to control the clock. That's things that
Clock management.
yeah.
Mike McCarthy's
But
Achilles heel.
oh, I hate him.
We all knew
He
that.
was terrible with clock management. So that's
Oh, we're
right, Pooh.
watching.
The whole
Yep.
world watching, everybody watching. So you know, as I saw it's Dak first game back from all the games he missed last season. So it's a
I
lot.
just think it's going to be a good game. I think it's going to be uh,
Well, it's gonna be a good game as long as we stay within 10 points. We go past 10 points. Y'all can go and go to bed.
uh I'm I want to see a good game. You know, am I going to say that we're going to win? Yes. If we lose, am I going to be surprised? No.
No.
I just want to see a good game. If we lose 27-24, 27-31, 17-20, and I'm not talking about losing on that score and we were losing 24-10 in the fourth quarter and we went to hurry up and we scored a couple touchdowns and a field goal to get back in the game. I mean, if we keep it close,
Hmm.
then I'll be satisfied because it's 17 games in the season.
Hmm.
The first 4 games of the season, coaches are really treating the first 4 games like it's a preseason.
Preseason. Hmm.
So the first few games, like you said earlier, we're not gonna
That's
know.
right, Pooh. Play
Yeah,
like we came to play. That's right.
yeah. We're not gonna know what kind of team we really have until
I say by
maybe
week 5.
yeah.
I
I was
ain't
gonna say
saying
a
week
third of the
4.
season.
I ain't gonna say week 4 'cause we play Green Bay. We play Green Bay, but
I
all of the
mean,
sports
you get them
media,
early though.
everybody they got us. They got Philly pretty much dragging us. You know, I don't see that. I honestly don't see that. I think this team is going. I think this team is hyped. Um, I just hate the timing of the trade because it can do it. It can be a little deflecting. I hate it, but hey, they all out there making millions of dollars, and they trying to get contracts too, so they better show up.
Yeah,
And
the
if you're
line keeps
scared, stay
changing.
on. So we'll see.
Yep.
I think it's gonna be. I'm with Fox. I think it's gonna be a good game, but I'ma always say my team gonna win, whether we lose or not. I'ma always say my team gonna win, no matter what.
Yeah.
You ready? You ready for score prediction?
Yeah, we'll do
All
score.
right. Well, you go first, yeah.
I got Dallas winning 20, or sorry, not Dallas winning. What am I thinking?
Ooh.
You know
You
that.
already said it. Don't be Michael
Yeah,
Parsons and
no,
take it back now.
no. I'm looking at Dallas, right? Uh, I'm looking at the line. So the line went from -7 to -8.5 for Philly. I got Philly 29-10.
Oh,
Oh, damn.
damn, that's a lot.
Mine's ain't like that.
I don't know about that. Clock.
I'm telling 29-10.
So why do you
Woo.
think it's going to be that big of a margin? Why do you think that?
You got
That is not
questions on the
score.
offensive line that's going to really cause havoc, right? It's going to make Dak get rid of the ball early, right? You get him off schedule, it could be a problem. He had problems before when he had a weaker O line with injuries, right? Going off schedule and not throwing the ball away, right? Offensively, I just don't think that you guys have enough to stop us. I just don't. I think it's going to be early and often. They're going to come out hot, right? So the narrative last year, Eagles can't score in the first quarter, right? It took us to like week 6 or 7, 8, something like that, to score in the first quarter. That will not be the case this year, right? This entire offense, aside from the right guard, is the same in our base, right? Another year of continuity, being together, understanding what everybody does, when things change, when you need to move off your route. I just I think it's going to be dangerous, man.
I made notes of that.
And the only reason I'm going 29 is because I want 1 2-point conversion, right? Where they do the shove, just get them in there, get two, just to punch it in and say, hey, we can still do it because you guys couldn't vote it away. Hell, Kyle Brandt wants us to do it on the first play of the game,
Eh,
just to be petty. I was like, that would be petty, but
yeah, he
we're
don't
not
like the
doing.
Cowboys anyway, so who cares what he like?
He loves Philly. He loves Philly.
Who cares
But
what he wants?
yeah. I mean, hey, the over under is 47.5, so even my score is low by, Vegas standards.
It's going to be more points to score than that.
I'm going 27-24.
Mm. I'm going 34-28 Eagles. It's going to be a high scoring game because we don't know what your cornerback situation is going to look like. We have George Pickens on the other side. You can't double CD now.
Mm-hmm.
And the blueprint is going to play. The blueprint is going to play more than anybody suspects is going to play. And that speed is something that the Eagles, I don't believe their defense is ready for that. I don't think you're ready for him and Turpin on the field at the same time.
I don't know. Those
There's going
linebackers
to be
can move
some
side to
wrinkles.
side real quick.
There's going to be some wrinkles. I'm telling you, Turpin and the blueprint's going to be on the field at the same time, and that's going to be a lot of speed. And I don't believe the Eagles can actually handle that speed right now. So that's why I have it in a shootout and the Cowboys losing by 6.
We can't have turnovers. We can't have stupid turnovers.
Penalties. We
And
can't have penalties
penalties.
either.
We can't have terrible penalties. We can't have the penalties, and we can't have turnovers.
I'm
Um.
looking forward to that Booker versus Georgia versus Alabama.
Oh yeah.
That's what I'm looking forward to.
What's his
Booker
name?
doing his thing out
Carter.
there against your man Jalen. So let's
Yeah,
get it.
Carter.
Let's get it. But that's why I said we got to be able to run the ball and stop the run. So
Yeah.
let's see.
Yeah. Got to be able to. I mean, the O line got to be able to protect Dak, especially on his blind side. On that left, they got to be able to protect him on that side, and they got to feet. They got to open up holes to give the running game a chance. Well, we can't abandon the running game so fast. Neither we have to keep breaking it down, breaking and breaking it wild till we get it. till we get through it. So this game is a game, and it matters. And of course, we want to be Philly on the night that they dropping their banner or whatever. But I think, like Sean said, this game could, kind of be treated like a preseason game with the starters, because none of our starters played in preseason.
I just want a good game. Um, I just want a good game. It's the start of the season. You know, I'm gonna walk in with my head high, sporting my Cowboys gear,
Will win or
and
lose, and I'm gonna
and
still support
I'm
it.
gonna leave, and I'm gonna be back next week,
Same thing,
and I'm gonna talk about the good. I'm gonna talk about the bad.
right?
You just can't. It's a new season, Jeff. So you can't wear that shirt and hat no more.
It's over.
Hold on.
It's
After
over.
after this week, or maybe week 2,
It's
maybe
over.
week 2,
It's a
right?
wrap.
Because we
Baby,
do
box
play
that shit
KC
on
week
up.
2,
Please box it up.
right? But after week 2, it's done.
Um, I guess before we go, Sean, we can give Jeff and Kenyatta a chance to speak on the situation about the tennis match.
Yeah. What do you guys think about uh, the young lady who told the young lady that she was uneducated, during her loss on that tennis match?
I just had a conversation with my brothers and my family about that, and to be honest with you, it's like whatever. It's like whatever. You lost, you just a sore loser because you lost again. That's what this boils down to. She was just upset that she lost on national television to basically a player that was basically unranked, to be honest with you. And she lost. It was a surprise. It was a surprise. And sometimes, as an athlete, when you win and somebody wants to smoke, you got to give them the smoke. Forget about being politically correct all the time. There's times when you got to give that person the smoke. You want the smoke, you're going to get the smoke. I don't give a crap what is going to come out of my mouth. You want the smoke, we're going to get the smoke. That's just it for me. Because it was childish for me for you to even say anything because you lost. Keep your mouth shut. Lose with dignity. But because you wanted to run your mouth, you're going to get the smoke. That's just it. Like, we have to sometimes stop pretending that basically, hey, we got to be politically correct about this. And no, you wanted to smoke. I'm going to give it right back to you just like you gave it to me. You're going to call me uneducated, which is not true. Take this L right here. Go eat this L right quick. And we got to stop doing that. Just because somebody comes out wrong, I got to be politically correct. No, you're going to get the smoke. You want the smoke, you getting the smoke. And that's how I feel about it. I think she handled it correctly because I would have done the same thing.
In the words of Lil Boosie, baby, said this
You got to get the smoke sometimes. You can't do that. Come on. Oh, you want to act like that because you in the U.S.? So what? I'm going to act like this regardless. What we doing? There's not no gangsters going on here. This is me and you. You lost. Take the L. Go eat it and keep it moving. But no, you want to sit up and talk mess, so you got what you deserve. That's all I feel. Let's go, Cowboys, even though I think y'all going to, let us down on Thursday night. But
I
let's
don't
go.
think so. We're going to see.
All right, what's your take on it, Jeff?
I'm going to be honest with you. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, you didn't hear about it.
Okay, so look up Austin Pinker versus Taylor Townsend. Just look that up. I can tell you they played the sound bite of Taylor Townsend at the end, and her sound bite, she essentially, did exactly what K Boogie said. She said, "Look, it was a good match. You lost. Move on." And she smiled. She said, "I let my record do the talking." And she smiled.
She handled it very well.
With class. She handled it better than how I would handle it. But it's all to say that no matter what you do in this world, no matter whether you do right or whether you do wrong, somebody's always gonna have some shit to say about it. So. You see it now?
I'm reading it now. God dang. Where's that young lady from now? She's Czech, right?
I think she is.
Check her behind back to where she going.
So
Check her bags right out this motherfucker.
I think the biggest thing,
Hey.
that first and foremost, Cowboys fans, Eagles fans, like Jeff today, I put my picks in for our football group, and Jeff talks much shit to me, in
Right.
our groups, because he is an Eagles fan, I am a Cowboys fan, and he talks much shit to me. He comes on here and we're very professional. And yes, I did pick all the underdogs this week because
love it, man. I love
I felt like there's gonna be some upsets the first week of the season. I just didn't know which ones they were gonna be, so
Undoubtedly.
I picked a few.
I
But
mean, they do say that defenses in the early part of the season are always ahead of the offense, right?
yes,
So any team that has a strong defense, anybody who's out there betting or doing anything else, if you got pools or whatever's going on, anybody that has a strong defense first couple weeks, lean on them heavy, right? That is your best bet. I promise you.
yeah. But on here, we're very civilized, and we thank you for your knowledge, and we thank you for your camaraderie with us on this show.
Man, fuck that. We're family, bro. Aside
right?
from the colors, we're family.
Yeah.
Right.
So this is what, year 3
Mhm.
with us, Jeff?
Yeah.
No, bro, I've been here
Longer than
since the
that.
beginning.
No.
Kenyatta.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think it's year 3.
Yeah,
Me,
yeah,
you,
This
and
is
Jeff.
this is year 4 for me.
It's for year 4.
4?
This
Yeah.
like
Oh, well, it
8,
must be
right?
like 8 or 9 for me, you, and Jeff then.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Yeah,
I'm getting.
yeah.
You know what it is, because it's
Don't even.
past.
We
Yeah, it
it's
is.
past old
It's
man time.
1027.
New slogan
It's
this year. We gotta
1027.
get a new slogan. No more. No. New slogan. We gotta
I
get a
love
new
it.
slogan.
OMT.
Can't do that. No.
OMT.
Yeah, it's old man time.
Oh, we gotta get a new slogan, dog.
We gotta get a new line, a new one.
No.
Father
Yeah, actually,
time.
I was just looking. Yeah,
It's
it's been
father
9.
time.
It's been 9 years for me, you, and Jeff,
That's awesome.
and 4 for Kenyatta. So that's
Yes,
what's
sir.
up. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Love it.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to this week. Football's here. My Notre Dame lost on Sunday to
Yeah,
Miami, but that was a hell of a game.
that was a good game.
A hell of a game.
That was a good game.
I don't want to speak on Roll Tide, but we need an identity. We might need a new coach.
Man.
Oh, they gonna run him up out of there.
We got a play. There was no physical play going on, and I don't think he understands how competitive the SEC and the ACC really are, because it's not the West Coast. So we might need a new coach.
So what about Belichick's first game back to in college?
TCU has too much speed for them. It was
They wore them out.
But
The game was over with by the second quarter.
No, it was over with after the third drive. But how do you dominate the first drive of a game and then don't do shit for the rest of the game?
I'll tell you exactly why, right? I said that. I was watching the game and I was like, Carolina's moving the ball well. TCU did not do anything but sit back that first drive. They just said, show me what you got. Show me what you can do. And they said, okay, I see who your key pieces are. Now adjust and then show them what we're about. And after drive 1, it was over.
Yeah.
It was over. They put the clamps on them. They're like, now we're sending pressure. Get your quarterback out the pocket. Roll him right because he's left-handed. Right? That was exactly what that was. And it's sad that Belichick had to take BTA 2 times in a row, right? Starting a new program.
Wow.
The speed of the game warmed down too, and TCU is a really good program. Don't forget there was a national championship game like 3 years in a row. 3 years ago. So it's not like they don't have a good program. So when I saw that game, I said, it's going to be a blowout.
Defensive consistency mattered for real in that one. I mean, dude, Belichick brought 70 players.
I know.
70 players to that organization, like to that school. I mean, you're not going to be great week 1. I'm sorry.
They should have played Charlotte the first week. You play Charlotte, the University of Charlotte, the second week. You should have played them the first week, not TCU. That was a bad matchup.
Yeah. TCU loves to get picked on for those high-profile first games, huh? Right? They did it last year too against Colorado.
That speed, boy, I'm telling you, that speed down there is a little different than what Belichick's used to.
Yeah.
What do y'all think about the Colorado game?
Where was I? I didn't even watch that game either.
I didn't
either. So I'm a little biased to that game, and the reason why I'm gonna say that is because I did high school 7-on-7s at Georgia Tech this summer, and I was over there for like 2 whole weeks. And during those 2 weeks, I got a chance to see them practice early in the morning. I got to see them conditioning. I got to see the quarterbacks, and that quarterback's the truth. Georgia Tech's quarterback, he is the truth. So I thought it was a good game. I think that Colorado's quarterback didn't have enough experience to keep up with Georgia Tech. I think that Deion losing the players that he lost this past year, it hurt him a little bit more than what he thought. Yeah. So
he's going to play that 5-star freshman this weekend. He made a quarterback change. He's going to play that 5-star. He should have done that the first game anyway. To be honest with you, you got a 5-star like that, supposed to be really good. Play him. You just lost your son for crying out loud. Play him. But we're going to see. I wish him well.
We're gonna do picks before we sign out. How are we doing this?
Oh, we can hurry up. We can run through them. You got them up, Sean?
I know. Fox just took his headphones off and muted the mic so he could do something for work. But
okay. Well, you can put them up.
I forgot about the picks. I got to make picks tomorrow, Thursday.
I got my first 2 in. I'm good till Saturday at least. I got to make the rest of them by Saturday.
Dealing with these tariffs and whatever with my customers, man, it's been crazy.
Man, it's so bad.
We can discuss that offline. It's been crazy.
Always raising prices. It's wild.
Customs and DEA and FDA is just crazy. But let's get these picks.
All right. So we've already talked about the first game. We just skip right past that one. We got KC at the LA Chargers. KC is a road favorite by 3.
I got KC in that one.
Yep.
Yeah, I got KC.
Chargers have questions at offensive line as well. I think they lost both of their tackles. I know they got Najee Harris, but they got Ladd McConkey, and of course they got Herbert. But missing 2 starting tackles, it's tough. Let's see. We got Miami at Indy. That one's basically a wash. Indy -1 at home. Daniel Jones is a quarterback for Indy, by the way.
Danny Dimes, baby.
Right. Oh, that's it's hard to call because I'm not a big fan of Tua neither.
Mm-mm.
I'm gonna pick Indy at home only because of their running game.
Yeah, Jonathan Taylor's a stud.
Because of their running game.
Oh.
I don't know. Maybe Danny Dimes can turn it around, man. I don't know.
That's true.
I say maybe.
I mean, Steichen's a good
money on it.
Steichen's a good OC, so you never know.
He did well with us.
I'm gonna go with Miami.
I'm gonna take Indy. I just think there's enough talent there. I think people have been scheming Mike McDaniels too much lately, and he doesn't know how to change it up. Excuse me.
Okay.
Then we got Tampa at Atlanta. Atlanta's -1 at home.
I got ATL, shawty.
I actually got Tampa.
Tampa's missing 2 wide receivers, and their left tackle's out for like 8 games.
Yeah. They
And
got
look at the
Amika
games
though.
they played last year. Atlanta won both of them. So that's why I'm picking Atlanta.
Michael
Magic
Penix is a
City in
starter
the
now,
building.
right?
I got Magic City. I got Magic
Yeah,
City for the win.
yeah, Michael Penix, yeah.
All right, give me Atlanta.
I got Magic City for the win. Yes,
I
sir.
mean, hey, that's my neighbor's cousin, so I'm good. I'm going I'm going with him. All right, we got Carolina at Jacksonville. Jacksonville's favored at home by 3.5.
I got Jacksonville on that one.
Yep. Travis Hunter going to show out
Play both ways too.
both ways.
He gonna
Yeah,
play
he
both
playing.
ways.
Yeah, we gonna play both
He gonna play
ways.
both ways.
I think they said they're going to limit him at DB more than he probably wants, but I think it's still going to be interesting to see him.
Yeah, it's gonna depend on the weather because it gets real hot and muggy in Jacksonville beginning of football season. So
Yeah, he's a Florida boy, so
yeah, but he's dealing with grown men though. This grown man,
I
these
mean,
grown
I
men
feel
out
you.
here.
I feel you. All right, we got Cleveland hosting Cincinnati. Cincinnati's favored by 5 on the road.
I got the Bengals. The Bengals gonna start quick, fast this year.
Have to. They got offensive line questions too, though. Pass protection was looking pretty rough when they who they play? The Commanders, right? When they played all their ones for that first quarter, or whatever.
Yeah, that was the Commanders on what was it, Monday Night Football?
Yeah, the Commanders were pushing them back quick. So I don't know.
We're gonna see. We're gonna
But
see.
it is Joey B. Joe Burrow is probably healthy now. The wrist is probably feeling good. So I'll take Cincinnati. We got another divisional game. We got New York at Washington. Washington's favorite at home by 6.
I'm going with
Go
Washington.
ahead, Nick. Yeah, I'm picking the Commanders. Everybody here in New Jersey is so gun-ho over the Giants. I'm like, you know what? This is not the first time a team went undefeated in preseason. I said, y'all keep that up if y'all want to.
Yeah, I think they got. I think Giants got some work to do, but I think there is some uptrend for them. But I'm taking Washington. All right, we got Pitt at the Jets. Pitt is favored by 2.5 on the road, with A.A. Ron as the quarterback.
I'm going with Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I'm going with Pittsburgh too.
I don't trust Fields enough. I don't. I just don't. I'm going with Pittsburgh as well. Plus, I got DK now too.
On your fantasy?
No. I don't have him. I'm saying Pittsburgh's got DK.
Yeah.
Like they got rid of Pickens, right? And then they picked up DK. He's another big body, but again, who is Aaron Rodgers going to be?
He's
All
healthy.
the time? Is he though?
They said he's 100% healthy and he looks good. So let's see what happens. Let's see. This Aaron Glenn's first game, so we don't know. So let's see. Revenge game for both quarterbacks.
No doubt. No. Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, it's a revenge game for both quarterbacks. So let's
see. It is. Dang. All right. Arizona at New Orleans. Arizona's favored by 6. I think that's an easy one.
Yeah, I'm going with the Cardinals on that one.
I don't care if it was Tyler Soft or however you pronounce his name or Spencer Rattler, man. It wasn't going to make a difference.
They tanking.
Arizona could be a problem.
They tanking for Arch.
Who? New Orleans?
Saints are going to tank for Arch.
I mean, that would make sense. How long do you think they call Jameis Winston to come back this year?
Not long.
Now, Jameis loves it in New York, though. He loves it here.
I say 2 games.
He does, but
he loves it here.
There's a draw elsewhere. He's going to be behind Dart and within.
Yeah, he is.
2 weeks.
He is right now.
Right.
New depth chart came out today, and he's 3rd string.
He's already 3rd.
Yeah, Dart is number 2. Dart is number 2.
Gone. He's gone. I give the under 3 weeks on Jameis going back to New Orleans.
Really?
Yeah. Let me get that. Somebody book me for that one.
gonna make a note.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make a note.
I need to. You know what? I should look up that line and see what that is. We got Vegas at New England. I think that's the last 1 o'clock game. New
Oh,
England is
Vegas at
favored
New
at home by two and
England.
a half.
Vegas, Vegas at New England.
I'm going with
I
the Pats on that one. I think the Pats are much
think
improved.
so.
Yeah, and the West Coast teams coming east. You know what I'm saying? And going to New England, the Patriots is gonna shock a lot of people this year. I have a feeling.
I think offensively they could do well. I just don't know if defensively they're there. I'm taking Vegas on this one. I think Ashton Genty can be a problem.
We're
I
gonna see.
really do.
Stephon Diggs gonna have something to say about that.
And you got Gino.
We gonna see. We're gonna see. That's
Yep.
where I wanted Michael Parsons to go to. Actually,
I think that's where a lot of people wanted him to go.
that would
To
be
where?
better for
To
everybody.
Him and
go
Max
where?
Crosby though.
New England.
Oh
Oh,
no,
yeah,
I thought you were
yeah,
talking about
yeah.
Raiders. I'm sorry.
No,
I was like,
New
man,
England.
him
New
and
England.
Max Crosby. Jesus,
No, New England.
that would be a
But
problem.
I digress.
All right, 4 o'clock games. We got San Fran at Seattle. San Fran is favored by 2.5.
Yeah, I think San Fran win that one.
I don't trust Sam Donald, so I'm going with the 49ers.
Yeah, so that's it. I
Yeah,
think San Fran
Brock
win that
Purdy
one.
healthy. CMC's healthy. Here's the thing that bothers me about San Francisco. Right, Ayuk is out. Debo's gone. CMC just coming off a year of rest, but we don't know how his ankles are going to be, and they just picked up Brian Robinson. Purdy was hurt last year. Offensively, can they still make things happen? That's my question. But I'm still taking San Fran. All right, we got Tennessee at Denver. Denver is favored by 8 at home.
You already know. Denver.
Bo Nix. One of the top 3 defenses in the NFL projected. And then the one that everybody's going to be watching, I think, Detroit at Green Bay. Green Bay, 2.5-point favorites at home.
I'm going to take Green Bay because we don't know what the lines really are. They lost both coordinators, right? And so, Green Bay, the fans going to be hyped because Mike is going to be there. And Jordan Love his offense should be like top 5 this year. The wide receivers and running game that they have, tight ends. So I'm picking Green Bay to beat the Lions, to beat the Tubi Lions.
Detroit is healthy.
Yeah, but still, though,
Ish.
Green Bay
They've already lost some.
Their defense. Green Bay's defense is going to be better. Green Bay can score as well. So I'm going with Green Bay over the Tubi Lions.
Tubi Lions. Yeah, I'll take Green Bay. What about you, Nikki?
Yeah, Green Bay.
Green Bay. All right, Houston at the Rams. The Rams are favored by 3 at home.
Really?
Rams are good. Rams are really good.
I don't know. I don't trust Stafford's back right now.
Yeah, that may be the only thing because of his back. But the Rams went out in preseason. Even though it was preseason, they went out and tried to smack everybody they played. They were really physical. It's like they're trying to make a statement. So I'm picking the Rams on this one.
I'm going to take Houston.
Yeah. I think I'm going with Houston, too.
A lot of firepower on that offense over there. I think it might be a good push for them. We'll see. And then Sunday night, this is a good one to start week 1. Baltimore at Buffalo. Baltimore's favored by 1 as the road.
Oh. Baltimore. Lamar and them have to. He another one that got a lot of pressure on him to win.
Both of them do. Really?
Him and Josh Allen, but it seems like Lamar Allen could beat them in the regular season, but he can't never beat them when it matters the most. But I'm gonna ride with Lamar though. I'm gonna ride with Ravens.
Yeah, I'm going with the Wire. I'm picking the Wire on that one.
I'm gonna go with Baltimore just because I think Baltimore's defense is severely underrated. They could be a problem.
Baltimore's gonna have a really good defense. They're gonna have a really stout defense.
Really good, but I
They
still think
have
they're
two of the
underrated for
best
who they
safety,
are.
have the best safety tandem in the NFL, and their defensive line
Agreed.
the two cornerbacks too. Whew. I'm
Yeah.
going with the Wire, which is the Ravens. I've been watching the Wire
Then
too, and I'm like,
Don't we have 2
great.
Monday night games?
just one this week.
Just one this week? Okay. And then we got
Yeah, we
Friday.
got
So we got football Thursday,
Thursday,
Friday,
Friday, Sunday.
college Saturday, and then
Yes,
Sunday and Monday. Okay.
can't wait. So we got Minnesota at Chicago. JJ McCarthy making his NFL debut to the world. Got Caleb Williams on year 2 inside his system with Eberflus. We'll see what happens, but I'm taking Minnesota.
I'm going with Chicago. I'm going with Chi-Town on that one. I'm going with Chi-Town on that one.
Oh, I
It
think
might
I'm
not actually be a bad bet.
Only because of the defense. I'm going to take Chi-Town because we don't know what Jay's going to be. He was a game manager when he went to Michigan, and they had a great running game. Even though he has JJ on the outside, I'm like, wait a minute. McCarthy was a game manager in Michigan. Because of his head coach, that's why he was picked in the top 12. Because of his head coach. Harbaugh went to bat for him. So I'm saying to myself, you know what? I think Chicago is going to be a sleeper pick. So that's why I'm going with Chi-Town.
You just talked me out of it. I'm going Chicago now.
right here. I'll be the odd. I'm gonna go Minnesota.
You the lone wolf?
You doing your Lee Corso right now?
She's a lone wolf?
How about Lee Corso though, right?
Right.
Every team he picked on his last weekend in college football won. How about that?
That's crazy. That's a beautiful thing for him. He was cool though. Lee was
It's a
good.
beautiful career, man.
Yeah.
Long career.
I wish he didn't have to pick Florida State, but he did over Bama, but he did.
Yeah, I definitely saw that game going a little different than it ended for sure.
Glad I didn't bet. Glad I didn't bet.
The good thing is it's a 12-team playoff system now, right? So that one loss does not eliminate you. You just can't do it again.
Just let's make sure it's not 4 to 5 losses this year, okay? That's the only thing because we play actually Georgia in a couple weeks, so wish me luck.
That closes us out for week 1.
It's gonna be a busy football Friday and Sunday.
I can't wait.
Monday.
I don't want to do nothing. Nothing. I want to see Chris Brown tomorrow, though.
That's gonna be a great show. Chris BZ puts on a great show. From what my cousins and everybody tell me, he's gonna put on a great show.
Here. He was here tonight and tomorrow, so we're going to see him tomorrow.
Nice.
BZ.
And Jerry letting us watch the game at the stadium.
That's the least he could do. Oh my God.
So
where's Jimmy when we need him? I need Jimmy right now.
Someone cussing out somebody that got asthma. Jimmy said, "You got asthma, you get on the other side of the field." Then he cut him.
That's that was on NFL Network a couple years ago when they were doing their special on Jimmy. That was on NFL Network. So I didn't even watch the Netflix special because I lived that whole thing. I lived the whole thing.
Right.
Oh
right.
Lord, I said, man, I'm not gonna waste my time because I already know what's gonna happen.
Man, when he cut it, when he told his wife she can go on and file for divorce because he loved the game. He loved the game more than anything right now. And he couldn't give her what she needed. He was too focused on football. He said, "Go ahead and file for divorce." I say, "Damn, Jimmy."
That's his passion, though. Sometimes your passion outweighs a lot that's going on in your life, and that was his passion at the time. That's why it broke his heart for him to leave the Cowboys. It broke his heart. Good old days.
Yep, those are good days. Well, We shall all resume again next week and see how we did on our picks.
Yeah,
Yep.
we're gonna see what's going on with this game on Thursday. Let's see if Gilly gonna make a fool of himself. Let's see what Gilly gonna do. Because
I
everything's
mean,
gonna be
you already
about
know.
Gilly. Everything's gonna be
You
about
already
Gilly.
know.
I'm telling you before the game. You
Right.
already know.
The team's going to be in the locker room when they hang the banner, right? So who else is going to be out there to be their split star but Gilly?
Gilly gonna be out there acting a fool.
Where our players, I don't know if they still gonna do it. They said they were gonna stay in the locker room while y'all dropped y'all banner.
Oh no, CD said he was gonna go out there though.
Oh, he
CD
gonna go
said
out? Okay.
he gonna go out. CD said, "Listen, I want to see what this whole thing's about, and I want to see it for myself." That's what CD said. So I don't
Okay.
blame him. I don't blame him. He wants to go out there and get that feeling.
Right. Yeah, I was like, I would. I would. So,
I know he
I
was
bring the
talking
whole
about
team
all
out though.
the
I
people from
wouldn't just do it
college.
by myself though. I want the whole team with me.
right, right,
Yeah.
right, right, right.
I mean, hey,
Even
as
if
a
it's the
captain,
whole offense.
Yeah,
you'd be like, hey, boys, let's go.
Yeah. Right, right.
right.
So,
Scared money don't make no money. Let's go out here. Let's
let's
go. Let's
get
go
it. Let's
together.
get it. So, all right.
No, I can't wait for Saturday, though. Ooh.
What's Saturday?
So my son started playing tackle football this year.
Oh,
Man, how
Beautiful. That's a
fun is
good
that?
thing.
It's so fun. I love it, man. Within like 3 months, dude is like out there laying the wood.
that's good. Getting them ready.
Absolutely no fear in tackling anybody. I love it.
What position does he play?
So they got him playing tackle on offense, and then on defense, I'm trying to get him in as a safety.
Okay.
He's got
Tell
good
him,
vision
go
and
on,
everything.
make it big, cause we
He's
need
not afraid to
his
hit anybody.
auntie and
So.
uncle needs to see him.
Hey, just tell him
Oh, his cousin. Yeah.
if he's playing safety, ball skills is good, and tackle and wrap him up. No kill shot.
Hmm.
Wrap him up.
Yep.
Right, right.
He's not a big kid, right? So he already knows to tackle low,
Okay.
wrap up the legs.
That's a beautiful thing.
Yep.
Yep.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. But
I'm not a big fan of the team name or the mascot or anything like that, but
What's the name? What's the name?
they're the Bucks.
Hey, it's just a start of things.
It's fine.
just to get him going. So,
I mean, for him, I love it. For anything else, like my daughter cheers too. But beyond Saturdays, you won't catch me in no Bucks gear.
All for the kids, baby.
I went and watched a shoe place Saturday. We went to this place called Cosmo. It is really, really nice. It's a big old. It's like it gives you the atmosphere of like the sound, like you are at the actual game.
Oh, is that one of those like 5D type experience places?
Yeah, it's
Oh
nice.
hell yeah, I want to do
It's
one of
real
those.
nice. You go all the way around. It's like a stadium. It's like you.
Yeah,
Like the stadium. Like you at the stadium.
that's
It's
awesome.
really, really nice. Yeah, it's cool. So I had a nice little time now, Saturday. So
I need to go out to the Sphere in Vegas. Since nobody's out in Vegas anymore, I just need to go out to Vegas.
Except the fight in 2 weeks. Everybody's going to the fight.
Oh,
oh
fair enough.
yeah.
I want to fight weekend.
That fight's gonna be crazy. Everybody's going to Vegas for the fight.
Is
Yeah.
Canelo fighting?
Canelo's fighting Bud. Let's go,
Yeah.
Bud. Team Bud in the building. Let's go, Bud. That's right. Let's go, Bud. Team Bud in the building.
Okay.
I have to see what Vegas is saying about that one before I take any bets on it.
Hey, we're gonna see. Like I tell some of my friends, we're gonna see. We're gonna see.
Don't see
Yeah, I
it.
got a bunch of people that are good at like F1 and UFC. They're really good at betting F1 and UFC, so I've been trailing on them.
UFC, something else. MMA, all that's something
Yeah.
else.
Well, it is a great night, you guys.
Yes, it is. Oh, shoot, it's 11 o'clock.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
will pick this back up on next Tuesday, and of course, in the chat, we'll be in the chat no matter what.
Yes, indeed.
I'm sure we'll talk in the chat
Yeah.
during the game too. So
Oh yeah, I'll be out. Like I'm out watching the game with a bunch of my boys. So
right. So
if I'm not super active, you'll know why.
oh, I'll be out too. We'll be at the stadium.
Yeah, I was gonna go to Philly and watch. I said, no, I'm gonna stay in Jersey watch it in the confines of my study, so I can curse out the TV if I have to.
I got the blessings to go out on Thursday since the my wife and daughter are going to a concert on Friday.
Beautiful.
Oh,
I was like,
okay.
all right, so it's boys' night on Friday. Perfect.
Right.
My son's like, hey, Dad, we're doing this. We're going to dinner. We're gonna do that. I'm like, hey
I
man,
just
you got a game on Saturday, bro. You better pump the brakes, man.
You better do that after the game. After the game.
after the
Drink
game,
water and
sir.
get some sleep, bro.
Right.
He's hype. He's
Yeah,
hype.
man, I love it.
But
He did a drawing the other day talking about what he wants to be when he grows up. Now he wants to be a professional football player.
okay.
I'll send you guys a picture of the drawing.
Let him have his
You guys
dream.
gonna
Oh yeah,
love
we'll never have his dream.
it. I love it.
Yeah,
Oh hell yeah.
drop it in the chat. So,
He's got his cousin to look up to.
that's good.
Beautiful
His cousin
thing.
can't play flag football anymore.
Keep him out.
Too
It
late.
keeps him out of trouble. Keeps him out the streets and out of trouble.
Yep.
Tell him health is wealth. At the end of the day, health is wealth. Stay active.
Mm-hmm.
Stay active. So, all right, y'all. Good night.
God bless everybody. God bless.
They probably said they
Go
just
with the
talking
X,
now.
my man Des Bryant. Go with the X. Let's go.
All right.
All right,
Good
y'all.
night, y'all.
Good night.
Good night. Go Birds. You know I had to do it.